Gas over $7 a gallon in the US right now. That's right, I'll show you in this video. And McDonald's over $25 just for McNuggets and fries. I'll show you that here in this video as well. Also, you might be able to claim up to $14,000 from the US government, and I'll show you that here as well. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. Here we go. Yeah, so you might think that $7.29 a gallon is a fairy tale, but unfortunately in California, this is the reality. And in several parts of California, this is unbelievable, right? Yeah. This is actually what people are paying for gas in California, and this is, quote, above the federal hourly minimum wage, which hasn't been raised in over a decade. Quote, needs fixing, another said, while another person said, looks like people will be walking to work. Gee, imagine working for an hour for 1 gallon of gas, and that's, quote, before taxes, which is absolutely just unbelievable. And this is despite the United States producing more crude oil than any country ever. As you can see here by the EIA, the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the problem here is it's being countered by OPEC and OPEC Plus, countries like Russia and Saudi Arabia, who are actually cutting 2 million barrels plus per day. And the United States is actually pumping more oil than ever. The United States here in blue, you can see here, we are actually pumping more oil than ever. And you can actually see our oil production here in blue. We're actually pumping more oil than and producing more oil than we have ever in the history of ever. We do have a refinery problem because we have not made any new refineries in over 30 years. And large oil refinery CEOs have said that they will not build any new refineries in the United States because they just cost too much. And while they probably don't want to because it helps keep costs high or their precious oil prices high. You guys can let me know your thoughts here on that in the comments. Now, we've actually seen gas here average around $3.66. A month ago at $3.53. So we are seeing regular gas creep up around 13 cents in just a month, which is not a good trend. But if you're in California, which is the largest population state with over 40 million people, look at this disturbing trend. In just a month, it has gone up, what is that, almost 45 cents in just a month, which is absolutely unbelievable to think that gas can go up in one state almost 45 cents in just a month when the United States is pumping more oil and producing more oil than ever. Which honestly just makes me think that this is price gouging. Price gouging. Now, I know that wages are higher than ever and everybody wants more wages, but this is insane. And I just don't have any other... You guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. Another big story coming to mind here is the... pertaining to wages here is the, remember here that California just voted on and raised their minimum wage for fast food workers. And this is going to raise the prices on a lot of different things here. You can see the headline here. California's new $20 an hour fast food minimum wage is so good that schools are worried they can't compete for cafeteria workers. But we're actually seeing this happen in a lot of other states that have raised their minimum wages as well. For example, Florida has raised their minimum wage that has gone up in steps, will be $15 an hour for all workers by September 2026, which is only about a year, 2 years away now. New York State minimum wage at $16 an hour already. So you can see it's a lot of different states already have pretty high minimum wages, which is leading a lot of different companies to have to raise their prices and leading to stories like this. McDonald's $25 quote deal going viral. Users blaming the new minimum wage increase and saying, quote, this is the new normal. Recent study finds that McDonald's prices have risen 100% since 2014. A new viral social media video about a $25 McDonald's, quote, deal recently sparked an online debate about California's minimum wage increase. But remember, we're seeing minimum wage increases in many, many different states. So keep that in mind. A video shared on March 27th was in the drive-thru of a Southern California McDonald's location when they saw a sign for a 40-piece Chicken McNuggets meal deal, which included 2 large order of fries. The price was $25.39, and including sales tax came out to roughly $27. And the meal did not even include a drink. She said, wow, you couldn't even throw in a Sprite for $27? And unfortunately, this is the new reality. It's not just McDonald's, and it's not just California, because this is what is happening across the United States. As wages are rising, we're seeing this at multiple different fast food places, and not just fast food places, grocery stores, gas stations, everywhere, because wages are going up and they're having to charge more. Everywhere. Wages go up, prices go up. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Also, consumers may soon get access to a share of $8.8 billion in Inflation Reduction Act home energy rebates. The Department of Energy approved the first state application of federal funding via the Home Energy Rebate Program. Consumers can access up to $14,000 in rebates and perhaps more. $8.8 billion in total funding for consumers who make their homes energy efficient. Take a listen here. Rebates tied to home energy efficiency and created by the Inflation Reduction Act may soon start flowing to many consumers within the next few months. The federal government is issuing $8.8 billion for home energy rebate programs through states, territories, and tribes, which must apply for the funding. The U.S. Department of Energy approved the first application for New York on April 18th, awarding it its initial $158 million. The DOE, the Department of Energy, is hopeful New York will open its program to consumers by early summer, according to Karen Zelmar, the agency's home energy rebate program manager. The state has the 4th largest funding allocation behind California, Texas, and Florida, probably based on population for each state. The federal rebates worth up to $14,000 or more per household, depending on a state's program design, are basically discounts for homeowners or landlords who make certain efficiency upgrades to their property. The rebates aim to partially or even fully offset the cost for efficiency projects like installing electric heat pumps, insulation, or electrical panels, or Energy Star rated appliances. So you actually could possibly get some of this stuff for free, aka fully offset. So this might be worth looking into, or a significant discount. Their value and eligibility vary according to factors like household income, with more flowing to low and middle income earners. The DOE also expects the program to save households $1 billion a year in energy costs due to higher efficiency. And with electricity costs through the roof, this sounds like a win-win. 11 other states have also applied for funding: Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Hawaii, Indiana, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington. And many other states are far along in their application process. We certainly hope to see all programs launched by this time next year, and hopefully much sooner than that for many other states. I'll try to keep you updated as I find more information. States must apply for the Energy Department by August 16, 2024, and are due by January 31st, 2025. The Inflation Reduction Act earmarked $369 billion to fight climate change, and the biggest piece in U.S. legislation. Here are some examples. You can get up to $1,750 for a heat pump water heater, up to $8,000 for an electric heat pump for space heating and cooling. You can see the different stuff here on the screen. You can pause it here. Up to $840 for a range or an oven or stove. Up to $1,600 for insulation or wiring, different things here. It looks like the link for this is energy.gov/save/rebates. energy.gov/save/rebates, or you can Google it. So if you haven't yet, make sure to like this video, share this video with anybody that needs to hear this. I'll keep you up to date with further updates. So if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on new updates. Click here to see banned foods that you might be eating right now, or click here to see a big announcement by the Fed that you need to know about. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.